everyone, and welcome back to Shake It Off with Angela. This is week 29 in the 2.0 series that I have been doing, and I am getting ready to go to the gym. So I thought that I would sit down and record real quick before I go. I plan on going swimming today. I kind of started like really getting into my workouts and making sure that I'm exercising at least 6 times a week. I know last week I said that like one of my April goals was to do 30 minutes of physical activity every single day, but I feel like I've been working out so much that, oh gosh, she wants to go on the bed, hold on. Anyway, I feel like I've been working out so much that I definitely need that day off. So yesterday was that day. I didn't do anything, but I want to make sure that on at least one day on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, I work out, and then the other day is just kind of like a relaxing day. So let's see what has happened this week. I got on the scale once this week and I did drop, I think it was like 1.8 pounds, but previous to that, I got on the scale and I think I dropped like 4 pounds. So I'm pretty much, you know, right on track, doing well with the diet bet. The diet bet does not end today, it ends a week from today. So next Monday is going to be the official weigh-in for the diet bet. I believe you can either weigh in and take your pictures on the 16th or the 17th. If you guys don't know what a diet bet is, watch 2 episodes before this, or 2 weeks before this, and I kind of explain like what the diet bet is, what I'm doing, how I joined, why I joined, all of that. But so with the diet bet, I have, I believe it is like 1.6 pounds to lose. So from now until next Monday, I have 1.6 pounds to lose. So I'm really going to be focused this week because I don't want anything crazy to happen, because you guys know the scale can be very up in the air. Like you just don't know what's going to happen. You can work out like a speed demon and gain a pound. So I want to, you know, make sure that I lose that weight before next Monday. So I'm stressing a little bit about that, but I feel like I've come so far that even if I were to lose the $30 that I put into the diet bet, I feel like I'm still a winner because I've lost so much weight in the process. So what have I been doing this week? I've been, like I said, working out like a speed demon. I've been really watching my meals. I've been really watching my water intake. Yesterday, I actually went to a restaurant with my mom and my daughter and her stepson, and it was amazing because it was probably one of the first times that I actually ordered food and didn't feel like bad about it afterwards. So I ordered a club sandwich, and it was on white bread, you guys. Yes, it was on white bread. But for the side, I ordered a side salad with vinaigrette on the side. And the salad came with croutons, which I gave the croutons to my daughter. But I kept the cheese and the egg and all the vegetables and things on the salad still. And instead of pouring the vinaigrette over the salad, I just dipped my fork into the side vinaigrette and then into the salad. So that really helped me a lot. I used not even an eighth of what they gave me for the dressing. So that was good. And then with the club sandwich, I had half of it at the meal, and then the other half I saved for dinner last night. It was, I think, cutting the plate in half for the sandwich. I think like each serving was 350 calories. I don't know. I put it on MyFitnessPal. What's really nice about this restaurant is on their menu, they have all of the calories of everything, of every single dish, and then they kind of break it down for you. So that was really good. So I stayed within my calorie count yesterday, even that I went out to eat and I had, you know, a kind of, I guess, naughty sandwich, but not really naughty because you can eat those things and still be within your calorie count and just watch the portion control. So what I've also been doing this week is I've been super focused on kind of digging a little bit deeper into my binge eating as to why I was binge eating, as to if it still happens, you know, why I would go to the food and things like that to try to cover up other things that have been going on in my life. And I know I've talked about this book before, and I believe I talked about it in like a monthly favorites. I'm not gonna lie, I read the book before, but I kind of like skimmed through it. I was kind of like watching TV and reading the book at the same time, not really like paying attention to this book fully. So I am rereading this book, and I'm going in with my highlighter and I am highlighting things, because there are so many amazing things in here about overeating, about why we are overweight, about the choices that we make. The author of the #1 New York Times bestseller, Women, Food, and God, Feeding the Hungry Heart, The Experience of Compulsive Eating. If you guys are bingers, this is such a good book for you. So I took this picture on Instagram, and I actually saved it to one of my Instagram like stories or whatever. And I just want to read it for you guys real quick, because this kind of sort of sums up my binging experience. So it says, binging, you can never get enough of what you don't really want. She wanted to know how I gained 7 pounds in 2 days, so I told her. I started the day by going out to breakfast, and then I came home and I ate breakfast. After that, I met my friend for lunch, and then took my kids out to lunch, and then I came home and I fixed lunch for myself. When it came time for dinner, I ate with my family. After the kids were asleep, and then again in the bathtub. At midnight, I had a snack in front of the TV. When I woke up in the middle of the night, I had a different snack. The next day, I followed the same schedule, and that is how I gained 7 pounds in 2 days. It was that easy. So that's me in a nutshell. Like, I would just eat and eat and eat all day. I wouldn't feel like I needed to count anything. I wouldn't feel accountable for anything. If I was having a bad day, I would eat. If I was having a good day, I would eat. If somebody accomplished something and we were celebrating, I would eat. If somebody failed at something, I would eat. I would eat and I would eat and I would eat. And that is how I ended up the way I am now, or the way I was. So, another kind of eye-opener for me too was I kind of noticed that there was an eating disorder, that there was a problem, when one day I wanted to binge. And I was doing binging already at this time by myself, but I hadn't really processed that I was binging by myself. By the way, if you guys don't know, binging is basically eating a bunch of food, because you want that kind of food high. And then afterwards, what'll happen is that high turns into a really, really low, and you start to feel really, really bad about yourself and depressed. And then that feeling goes away, and the feeling of replacing your emotions with food comes back again, and it's just like a vicious cycle. But anyway, so one day I wanted to binge, and I remember, I think I had my kids with me or one of my daughters with me, I can't remember. And I just remember feeling the need to go out and get this food and come home and eat alone, and just not have anyone around me. And it turned into my binges were just that, me eating alone in the privacy of my own home. I couldn't go out to eat anymore. I couldn't binge in front of people. And right as that happened, and I was like, I felt that need to just go home and eat and binge alone without anyone there, I knew that there was a problem. I was like, wait a minute, like that's not normal. And this shame feeling and just feeling down like an hour or even a half an hour after you binge is not normal. Like something is definitely going on here. So basically this week I've been also just kind of like digging into why I was binging, not actually hating the fat that's on my body, but coming to realize why that fat is there and how it got there is huge. So there was another quote in here that I highlighted recently that I just kind of wanted to read to you guys real quick. let's see, I'll just read like a little clip of it. It says, go back to the periods of your life which you gain the weight and write a diet history. You will discover that as a child or a teenager or a confused adult, you didn't have the tools to express your inner needs or emotions. So you did what you could. You used what was around and you ate. When you came to understand that you were really taking care of yourself in the best way you knew how, you can release yourself from the stigma of crazy and self-destructive. And here is the key. Acknowledge yourself for having discovered a way to survive. So at that time of the binges, that literally was the only way I knew how to take care of the problems that I was having in my life. Whether it be breaking up with a boyfriend, whether it be having a problem with one of the kids, whether it be my father's death, whether it be my sister going through all of her medical things and abuse that she had going on at the nursing home, whether it be my mom getting sick with a brain tumor, whether it be just all of those things compiling into one and not knowing how to deal with the problems that I was having. So what I would do is the only way, or the only thing I knew what to do and how to cope with all that was to eat. And the food was always there. And it would shove all those emotions down inside of me and it would keep them there. And instead of me dealing with it, I would just keep on shoving and keep on shoving and keep on shoving. So it says, and once you acknowledge the needs your fat is expressing, you will begin to discover ways to meet them other than eating. You will realize that being fat is not the mark of a gluten or of someone out of control, but of someone who is in touch with her feelings. Fat is your attempt to deal with your feelings. So there is a lot of like eye-opener things in this book. So like I said, I highly suggest you guys getting this. I know they have it on Amazon. They may even have it like at your library. So definitely check it out. But that is basically what's happening. So I hope that I have good news for you guys next week. Actually, let me look at the calendar real quick. Yeah, so I won't be able to tell you guys next week on the Shake It Off with Angela week 30. I won't be able to tell you if I won the diet bet because we can weigh in on the 16th or the 17th, and the 16th lands on a Monday. So cross your fingers, you guys. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure everything will be okay, but I'm just a little bit nervous about it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my Shake It Off with Angela. I hope everyone has a great week. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you guys too, my work a while back, I would say maybe 3 years ago, did this Ironman where we joined teams and you had to, let's see, you had to go so many miles on the bike, so many miles swimming, and so many miles walking or running. And you competed within teams. We're going to be doing that again, and it's going to start in May. So I'm super, super excited about that because, I mean, I'm going to need something else after this diet bet, whether I join another diet bet or whether I do this Ironman. I don't know, but it's all very exciting. So I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.